Hello everyone, Ron Johnson here from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and if you're looking for tips and strategies to help with your learning, you are in the right place. Now, combining or joining sentences can add variety to your writing. It can also reduce that choppy feel you get when you have too many short sentences. Now, the three methods I'm talking about here are not the only ways to join sentences, but they are relatively easy to use and very helpful. If you'd like to learn more, don't forget my Udemy courses. I will put a link below. These include basic English writing, paragraph writing, essay writing. I have a punctuation course and more. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on the thumbs up or like button to help keep this channel strong and keep it growing. I really appreciate it. Now let's talk about joining sentences. One method is to use a compound subject or a compound predicate or both. Let's have a look at a couple of examples. Sally loves dancing. She also loves singing. Now remember, the subject is the who or what is acting in the sentence or being acted upon, and the predicate is what they're doing or what's happening to it. In this case, we have Sally, but she's doing two things, so we can have a compound predicate and turn it into Sally loves dancing and singing. In the second example, we have Margaret designs dresses. She also hosts fashion shows. Theodore does the same. We have three short sentences, and we can combine them because we have two subjects. We can use a compound subject, and we have two predicates. So we can have a compound subject and a compound predicate. In the green sentence, Margaret and Theodore design dresses and host fashion shows. A much better single sentence than those three individual sentences. You can use coordinating conjunctions to combine sentences, and there are only 7 of them. I put them in parentheses here: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Some people remember these by using the mnemonic fanboys, so the first letter stands for each. Sally loves dancing. She also loves singing. We can combine that with and. Sally loves dancing and she loves singing. The students were pleased. The teacher was not. The students were pleased, but the teacher was not. So you can join those two shorter sentences with the coordinating conjunction but. Now note, use a comma if what follows the conjunction is a complete sentence, in other words, an independent clause, but do not use a comma if it isn't a complete sentence or an independent clause. So in these cases, we do have independent clauses following and an independent clause following but. So we need to use a comma. Another method is to use a subordinating conjunction. In this case, you're often looking at what is your most important or strongest point, and you want to give that the independent clause. And the weaker point, or less important, you can give the dependent clause. For example, the ball game ended. We went to get hamburgers. So we can use a subordinating conjunction, when. When the ball game ended, we went to get hamburgers. Or you can use a subordinating conjunction, after. After the ball game ended, we went to get hamburgers. So we're giving the stronger point the idea that we went to get hamburgers. I don't know what the rest of the story is, but that might be more important than the ball game at this particular point. There may be other occasions when the opposite is true. This is just another method, however, of combining or joining two or more shorter sentences into a little bit longer sentence without losing any meaning, and sometimes even strengthening the meaning because you are giving your what you want the reader to focus on, the more important structure. Now there are a lot of subordinating conjunctions. I'm just going to talk about a few in the next slide, but there are many, many more of them. Often when the subordinating phrase or clause comes at the beginning, we use a comma, and sometimes at the end we do not. Here are a few examples of subordinating conjunctions. They can express condition, although, unless, if, because. They can express time, before, after, when, while, until. They can express location, where, wherever. They can express cause and effect, because, since, as, so. But there are many, many more subordinating conjunctions to use. There we are, a few methods for joining sentences to help in your writing, give it more variety, and reduce that choppiness we talked about. Sometimes when you have a lot of short sentences, it sounds like da 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 da, and it's not too interesting. So using these three methods can help. Try it out with your writing. Try to have fun with it too. I know it's difficult when you're writing for school or for work sometimes, and there's time constraints and restrictions and word counts to meet, etc. But play around with your writing and you'll have a lot more fun with it. And like anything else, the more fun you're having with it, the easier it will become and the quality will also improve. In between serious writing sessions, write for yourself as well, because that will just give you additional practice. You can be more brave and try newer methods maybe than what you want to risk when you're doing it for school. And then when you do have to do more serious writing, you'll find that it comes a lot easier for you and it is more enjoyable. So try these methods out. I will leave a link below to the blog because it has some different examples. And sometimes looking at similar or the same information in 2 or more formats can help. So watching the video and then reading the blog, or reading the blog and then watching the video. I always link them together when I do both. And that can be very helpful in the learning process as well. I'll also put a link to the website and a link to the Udemy courses that I talked about previously. In the meantime, keep having fun learning, keep having fun writing, and I will see you again. It's Ron Johnson from L.T.L Tutoring. Bye-bye for now. A quick look at the subscribe button, the notification bell, of course the thumbs up for like if you like the video, and there's the website www.tutoringcentral.com, and email me at tutoringcentral@inbox.com.